Hello everyone, welcome to our Monday stream. I didn't expect it to be like this because last time we were not able to do the live stream on the weekends, but today we'll do it. So welcome, and I am happy to see you guys once again. Bleach and Cyan Dog, welcome back. How you guys doing? Today I'm pretty excited actually. I'm feeling better. Yeah, I had a good weekend and today it was snowing. So it was quite nice. Quite cold, but it was pretty to look at. How you guys doing? Oh, that's great. Eat well. It's gonna be a good day today, good night today to be streaming and be productive. And I hope our new members from our Discord server is gonna join us. So I didn't expect it to be, to explode because I was working on announcing the Discord server, and after I hit send, it just it just exploded. Now we have a total of almost 70 members, which is really cool. So I did not expect that. So hopefully they can join us if they have time. I already announced that on our Discord server. I hope they can see it. Just listen to the chat. We're all marketing experts. Yeah, I'm interested to know where you guys are. Like, what is your expertise? Should I add a channel for the invites in the Discord server? Actually, I've been thinking about that. Like for new members, they could have like a welcome message or something. But so far, I think we are good because we already have information category. We have the rules, announcement, and they have their own category for Shopify app development, theme development. So I think that's good. But we can make improvements to this, obviously. My expertise is eating butter chicken. That's great. That's great. That's a good skill to have, at least. How are you doing, Cyan Dog? Good to see you here. But yeah, hold on. Let me just check my Twitch because I have set it up as well. I've been working on this weekend, and I make sure that I have the chat of Twitch and I have the chat of YouTube, but I can't make stream elements to make it work at the same time, which is quite complicated. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. So probably next time I'm gonna look for an alternative way to display chats. But yeah, for now it's good. I can see both. All good. All right, that's good. I'm glad everyone's doing well. What are we doing today? Well, I'm expecting, since we have new members on our Discord server, I'm expecting them to join us and maybe they'll have questions and suggestions what we can do. Otherwise, we'll continue with the Shopify theme development. And yeah, actually, I remember Bleach, you mentioned something on our Discord server where you will be, showing me something. So if you want, we can show that to everyone if that's okay for you. Otherwise, if you want it to be private, then just let me know. But yeah, we'll be doing Shopify theme development today. If there's no one, no one to give me anything to look at. But if you just arrived here, if you are new to the stream, welcome. If this is your first time, it's always good to have a first timers. Okay, actually, let me just close my VS Code because I'm still using my company's project. That is not good. Today I've been working a lot on our bugs because we have plenty of bugs on our web app, and yeah, I think it was good. Now let's move on to another project, and that's going to be our project. So where's my VS Code? All right. Currently we have 5 viewers. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. If you're new to the stream, as always, don't hesitate to say hi. Otherwise, if you just want to look at my pretty face, I don't mind that it's as well. Alright, but anyways, let's move on to our main scene. There we go. Just close this, and as always, I'm gonna need to close this. That is our Slack. Let's make this bigger. Actually, I can do this now because we already have the background for the chat. But let's do it like this still. Great. Awesome. So if you're new to the stream, if you have anything to share with me, that would be great. That would be appreciated. I'd like to do something else instead of Shopify theme development. Otherwise, we'll continue this. How are you guys doing? Let's start our commands. So the first is Shopify theme dev, obviously. But hold on, let me just go back to the Discord. Maybe I forgot something. Because this one right here from Ed, I think. He mentioned something like the Shopify app is not working on installation, but he showed me this authentication page, which means it's working. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe I can help him somehow if he's online. So you're using liquid but not hydrogen, right? Yeah. We are using liquid for our Shopify theme. This is not a headless Shopify online store, but more like, yeah, a theme. So that's the difference between liquid and hydrogen. Hydrogen is more like a framework for building headless e-commerce. By the way, I had issues with my typical quiz project. Yeah, I was talking about that. If you want to share it with us, I can take a look. If you want, you can share your repository. You can send it to me and we'll take a look at it. Let everyone see it. If you're okay with that. Okay. Yeah, cool. Send it to me on Discord. Let me just put this down here so I can see it. And let me just open a new browser. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Put it here. This one here. Like that. Here. Okay, I think we're good. Setting up GitHub. Haven't done that in a while. Actually, that's one of the most important skills they should learn. Like making repositories, controlling your GitHub. I mean Git commands, knowing them. It's really important. Oh yeah, I just noticed one thing. I shouldn't be putting this here. Instead, I should put it here. Like that. By the way, what have you been building? Do you have your own e-commerce store? Well, right now, actually I have my own side projects, but I don't know if I can say it. I have multiple projects that I worked on in the past. I was building a Duolingo clone app. So that's what I built before. I was actually building a vlog about that, but didn't really work out because I was so busy, and those are just one of the projects that I left behind, which is quite unfortunate. Oh, so you're selling things you can't say. No, it's more like the embarrassment of saying that. It's like, yeah, I'm building something this, but it's quite embarrassing. I'm selling foot pics. If you guys are curious, I have my own OnlyFans. You guys want to know that? Holy shit. I'm like selling it for $10 a month. If you want to join, just go to https://onlyfans.com @BB_WeeklyHow. It's all in there. Anyway, it looks like no one is really joining, or hold on. Let's go back to Discord. Yeah, Bleach, you can take your time. It's fine. While I'm waiting on that, I guess I can just continue and work on this thing. Where's that? This Shopify theme dev. Oops. When you get an error like this, you can just switch to command prompt. I don't know why that's happening, to be honest. Oh, the reason why it's not working is because we need to shoot cd live, and this is where I should be running that command, Shopify theme dev. Well, I guess the views are gonna explode now. Yeah, I'm just that popular now. Great. Okay, let's go back here. Syncing, and should be npx tailwind css input, should be the src tailwind.css, and then output, we'll put that in the assets folder, and the name of the file is called theme.css, and we'll use the watch flag. That way we don't have to keep running this command. That should be good. Oops, the reason why it didn't work, we need to change our current directory to this, execute the same command. We should be good. There we go. Awesome. So that should build that style sheet, and this thing right here should be synchronized. Awesome. Let me just open this, our browser. And I'm gonna need my password, so let's just log into our developer's account. Hi Robbie, welcome to our stream. Welcome, good to see you. Welcome to Abdullah. Good to see you here. If this is your first time, as always, don't hesitate to say hi to everyone, and maybe you can introduce yourself, what you guys are doing. And if you have questions, let me know. I'll always appreciate a question. Yeah, welcome regardless. Good to see you. So that being said, let me just continue and log into my account while you guys are typing your questions or introduction, if you have one. I don't think this is one I've been wanting to open. Let me just open this instead. Close that. This one right here. Remind me next time. From Abdullah, I am a Shopify developer who learned from your course on Udemy. That is great. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Secured a job and working as a Shopify developer ever since. That is great. I always like that. Whenever I hear someone said to me that, hey, one of your courses, one of your videos really helped me, and now I'm working as a Shopify developer. That's just really amazing, and it's one of the things that motivates me to just keep going, you know, do this. It's it never, like, I never get sick of it. So I think it's gonna be like this for a long time. From Robbie, thanks. Newbie to Shopify theme development, desperate to learn more about enabling layout options via section schemas. Oh yeah, I think you're the one who mentioned this before, like the layout thing. If you want to use CSS, right, to like change things up on your theme editor using section schemas. Yes. Okay. I've been waiting on that, so that's what we're gonna do today. It's one of the things that we're gonna do today, so welcome. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm getting into Shopify as well. Yeah, Stein Dog, good job. I'm happy that you are becoming part of us. Nice, Abdullah. Okay, so that being said, I think I have now a goal of what I'm gonna do today. And that is to show you guys how to do that. Yeah, the thing is, I don't have anything. Like, this is not scripted at all. I don't have any notes on what we're gonna be doing. So what we'll be doing most of the time is just to do things on prompt, you know. So I've been waiting for like suggestions or requests if you guys have one. So now we have our theme editor. Perhaps I can just go back to the admin page. Let's just do that by opening the code editor and then go back, open the preferences, scroll down, copy this password so we can open our online store. So this is usually how I do it. You know, whenever you open your theme your theme project, and then you execute Shopify theme dev, and you already have this URLs right here generated by CLI. Usually the local URL is not, most of the time, it's reliable, but sometimes it can't, there's a possibility that it's not gonna work because of, you know, especially if you're working with like customer accounts or customer layouts or templates. So I highly recommend just using the preview URL, which is the third URL. And then most of the time, if you open this URL, it will give you this. So you need to get the password under your online store preferences page. You'll find it here. Let me just zoom in. So online store preferences, and then you can scroll down and you'll find your password here. You copy that, paste it here, and press enter, and you should have your Shopify theme. Okay, let me just go back to the chat. What about messing with hydrogen? Thank you so much, Thiago, for the question. I do have plans to mess around with it in the future. For now, we're just shifting, you know, here and there with like Shopify theme development, because the first stream that we did just didn't really know what to do. So one of the first viewers we just started working on this funny project, and the whole point of this theme, the Shopify theme, is just, you know, make a meme Shopify theme that we're going to publish on the Shopify theme store. I don't even know if this is gonna work or not, but it's been fun. And this is going to be an open source project, so everyone can mess around with it if you guys want. The Shopify theme GitHub repository is always in the description below, so you can check it out, see the code. If you want to make a pull request, you can do that, make changes. But of course, I'll review it. But yeah, that being said, in the future, we'll mess around with hydrogen. From Tejas, welcome, hello, good to see you. This is great. I'm seeing new faces, I'm seeing new people, so I'm really excited. From Robbie, hey Bernard, is there any way you can increase the resolution of your screen share? The text is a bit blurry. Yeah, I noticed that as well, and that's because right now I'm streaming using 1080p resolution, and I tried to do 4K, but unfortunately it slows things down. I don't really know what to do with it. Like for example, the chat is delayed. So that's one of the things that kind of bothered me before. But I'll just try my best. If you guys can see it, let me know. I'll just try to zoom in like so you guys can see what I'm, what I'm pressing here and there. Okay. I hope this is better. I'll do the same thing to other screens or page. So it should be a bit bearable, I would say. Okay. How can a JavaScript framework can be used in Shopify theme development? So for example, maybe you're wondering, maybe you can use for Shopify. Well, technically we're using Shopify CLI to build like a Shopify theme. So in a way, you can work with libraries by installing Node libraries. But I don't think there's a way to, for example, you can't use Next.js to build the Shopify theme. That's a bit impossible, I would say. Though I could be wrong. I've never done that in the past. Because when you say framework, I think that's more like a headless project. Though maybe I misunderstood the question. Sorry. Vue.js can be used with Vite in a Shopify theme. Works seamlessly. Have you done that before? I haven't done that before. Because most of the time when I work with like Shopify theme, it's just, with Shopify CLI, I pull those Shopify theme and then work with Liquid without any libraries at all. By the way, if you're making a drop shipping store, do you need to configure shipping details? I'm not sure I understood the question. I mean, you do that for all Shopify stores. Or maybe you're talking about like if you make a Shopify online store but your products is coming from a supplier. Yeah, that's what I was like thinking. The supplier is the one shipping it. Yeah, with all the questions coming, I'm just so confused now. Because it's coming from Shopify theme development, and then it goes to headless development, and then it goes to like Shopify like drop shipping. You guys are awesome. You guys are confusing me now. Why is it so hot? Hold on. He thinks he's gonna do a live coding today, but this is more like a question and answer stream. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, let's do a question and answer. Here we go. Hold on. What the hell happened to my face cam? Oh shit. What the hell was that? What the hell happened? Hold on. I think I just messed up my stuff. Hold on, chill. I can't read everything. Yeah, so you already sent it to my Discord, okay. He doesn't know it yet. Lol. Why is his chat so delayed? Yeah, I'm working on it. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it gets so late. There's a latency going on. I'm also checking the Twitch. There's nothing in there apparently. Okay. So what are we doing? I guess we're good with questions. Just continue with the first request. Let me look at Bleach's message. Hold on, I'm getting someone's calling me. My boss is literally calling me. Okay, let me just look at your GitHub repository. It's okay if I open this, right? There's nothing wrong if I open this or show this to everyone. I also coded it in Vim, so sorry if I have too many mistakes. I'm still learning. No, there's no shame on it. Everyone is learning. I mean, Cyan Dog is learning. OnlyFans manager calling to say his foot pics in crystal. Hell yeah, we're making money here. Yeah, actually he called me because of that. We need to pay tax as well because I'm making a lot of money with my foot pics. So yeah, if you guys are interested, my OnlyFans down in the description below. Check it out. No, seriously. Okay, let me just open this file. Okay, so this code is created by one of you guys, Bleach, our moderator. So thank you for sharing this with us. No. There's no OnlyFans link. I was just joking. Sorry. It was a joke. No, I'm never gonna be doing that. Yet. Here we go. It's a quiz game, so you made a class. You have questions, current question, score. And for every execute, you set up the question to an empty array. Okay. Start. So using a state. What is this case right here? This case just kind of don't make a lot of sense. I wouldn't do it like this. Perhaps change it instead of like waiting for questions, just like optimize it or simplify it to just waiting or loading, something like that. To make it unreadable. All right. End game, function, switch, playing state. You're checking if it's like playing. Why are you using switch anyway? I mean, if it's just single condition with like a default, you can just say if else. Usually I use switch if there's like multiple case. but it's just one anyway, so what's the point? Kind of like this. Okay, you're using that blocker, which is good. How is this run anyway? Jesus. This is a long one. How did you make this? Which one is the main class? I believe this is the main one. Yeah, this is the main one. Okay, let me just minimize all of these classes so we can go from the top. So we have the presenter, which I would say the one that displays the game, the one that renders it. I was right. What is the issue here, to be honest? Hello, Amine. Welcome back. Good to see you. How are you doing? I am great. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I was not able to stream on the weekend because I was not feeling good. But right now I feel better. I feel so excited because we have a lot of new members on our Discord server, so that's really awesome. And I can see that some of them joined us today. Pretty exciting. Love the new layout. You mean the stream? I didn't really do much, to be honest. I just moved my my chat on the right side and then did this super chat donation things on the bottom right, so that makes it more organized. So I have the entire screen on the left. That's good. Why would Shopify let merchant modify the order details? Does that make sense? Why would Shopify let the merchant modify the order details? Like, whenever someone places an order, they can change the address. Is that possible? I don't remember that being possible. No, it's not possible. Which one are you talking about? Like, which part of the order is modifiable? The text on the screen is a little bit pixelated though. The text on the screen, you meant my browser? Yeah, I apologize. To be honest, I should really work on this. I'm probably gonna make it to 2K resolution because right now it's just 1080p. I don't know how I'm gonna make it more clear at this point without stopping the stream. But yeah, next time. Thank you for the feedback. I'll make some improvements. It was a recent platform change in Shopify. Oh, I didn't know that. Yes, the merchants can modify the order now. I'm not sure I understood. Maybe this one? Yeah, I've never seen this before. Oh, maybe this one. Oh yeah, they can. To buy shipping labels for this location, the following change have to be made. Really? Oh yeah, this is a new one. This is a new thing. Why would this be like this? I don't understand. Yeah, honestly, I'm confused as well. Usually, it shouldn't be like this. Because when you order something, place an order, it should be final. Like the destination, the address, the billing address, etc. That should be final. But I don't know what's the create shipping label does. Shopify shipping label? What is that for? Let's understand this because I am new to this as well. Shipping labels are attached. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see as well. How can I make this close? Never mind. Shipping labels are attached to a shipment's packaging. They display information that's used by shipping carriers to ensure a shipment is delivered correctly. This doesn't make any sense. Like, the buyers already have like written the right information, like their name, their contact information, their addresses. It's all in there now. So I don't understand what's the point of this. But maybe I'm missing something. Can my PC handle it though? I hope so. I just bought a new laptop and I hope it handles it. I mean, the previous stream, I was like streaming on 4K, but maybe I could just tone it down a little bit, make it 2K. Maybe that'll help. We'll see it in the next stream. But for now, I apologize. This is gonna be like this. I mean, what is the point? Exactly, right? With the shipping label, I don't see the point of it. The shipping label can also show the following extra information: the shipment's order number, tracking number, the date. Maybe there are other use cases for this. Maybe we can ask here. What are other use cases of this shipping labels? Shipping labels have multiple use cases beyond simple shipping. They can provide tracking numbers, enable returns, and offer additional services like signature confirmation. Oh, okay. So maybe if you have your own shipping, shipping services, where you can provide your own tracking numbers, maybe that's the whole point of this. Though I could be wrong. So let's try. Let's give it a try. Let's say, for example, this customer right here, which is me, ordered something. And let's create a new shipping label where we'll just, use their address. But maybe another use cases of this is that maybe the customer sent you an email, say, oh, I'm sorry, there's a mistake on the, there's a problem on my shipping address. Can we like change that? Maybe that's one of the reasons why you're now able to change the shipping address. Just a thought. Yeah, I think that's the whole point of this too. Like, since you're more an admin, you have control of what you can do with the order. For example, there's a problem with your inventory. Someone ordered like 10 boxes of tissue, but you only have like 5 of it. So you can reduce it, change it here, right? Tone it down. I don't even know you can't even like increase it, just like decrease it. And what else? So you can change the shipping date as well. So this is where you can create your package, where it's either a box envelope, the size of it, the weight, etc. Let's give it a try. The length is 10, the width is 5, the height is 10. That's fine. No inches. The weight, let's make it optional. WeeklyHow. Just an example. Let's see what happens. So we do have here the presets. What does it do? Large box. It's a package. Okay. So that's what we have over here in the package. I can click add. I don't think it works like that. large box, and we have an option. There's a shipping service. No shipping service are available. Selected orders are not eligible for any shipping services. That's a bit vague. I don't understand what. Maybe you need to set this up as well in the settings. Let's give this a try. Okay, you need to select it. Oh, maybe like, oh, the presets. Oh, obviously, yeah, that makes more sense now. They'll make it much easier to, you know, create the package and the weight. Now we're getting this error. Location must include the street address to be used as shipping origin. Location must include street address. Okay. Perhaps it's the address. But that's the thing. We already did that. Am I missing something? Let me just read through your chat. Moreover, the merchant can even change the product quantity, etc. Yes. But can the customer do it themselves already? No, the customers can only make orders. That's the whole point of it. We're talking about the checkout. So once they make the order, the admin, the merchant will receive those orders, and now they'll be able to make this shipping label thing, and they can like make customizations, or maybe they have like a preset for these orders, and they can make labels on it. And if there's like changes to the address, there's like problems, for example, an inventory is missing, though that's just my guess. I'm not sure if I'm right with these assumptions. Because yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. This is new. I have never seen this before. The customer can't edit it by himself right now. Yeah, I mean, they can't, because it's more like an admin feature. Customers can't really do anything. Right? So it's more like for fixing stuff. If there's a problem in the order, they can do changes. Which is fair. Obviously, it can work. So what's the appropriate hourly rate to charge for a Shopify developer? Oh, that's a good question. Well, it depends on your experience. I started with like, since I lived in a third world country before, my first salary was $200 per month. And then it increased to 250, and I got greedy, it became 500. It's not an hourly rate, but like, you get the point. You can just make division, or you can just calculate it by day or by hour. But yeah, it depends on your experience. If you're new to Shopify development, then I would say lower your hourly rate. But if you're confident with your skills, then you can make it, I don't know, $20 per hour. But it's also, there's many things that you need to consider. If you have a client that is tight in the budget, yeah, I've seen that a lot. So it's up to you, like if you want to take those opportunities. Some merchants would ask you to, you know, make them a Shopify online store for $1,000. That's the maximum budget. And there's just one-time payment. That happened to me. Did I accept it? No. Because yeah, making Shopify themes takes a lot of time, and the cost, it's not really agreeable. But yeah, thank you for the question, Amine. I appreciate that. It's a good question. But yeah, it's not really. It's quite a complicated one as well. A complicated question. Because yeah, like I said, it depends on your experience and where you live. If you live in a third world country before or right now, then it's one of the things you need to consider too. Because that's one of the reasons why some people would hire someone from a third world country, because it's cheaper. That's what they say. So my oh yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Let's go back to that, shall we? So what was the problem here, to be honest? Should I run this? Let's try to run this. Copy. Okay, so how did you execute it? So create a new class. Game, okay. Okay, let me try. So for themes, you can either sell them online or use them on your own storefront, right? Yep. Yeah, either have two options. It's either you publish them for other merchants to use, or you use them yourself. At least that's one of the options. I mean, there's three options. It's either you sell them, use them yourself, or you just leave them behind, which is always the case, for me at least. No, I'm kidding. Okay, you know what? Let's just finish this off for Bleach. Just gonna copy that and let's give it a try. Going to create a new file, put it here, save it as the assets. We'll just put it here, game.js. You even have a typo. Was that a typo? This is a typo right here. Fix that. Add a semicolon here. I mean, it's not really necessary. This one too. What the hell is going on here, Bleach? Maybe that's the reason why it's not running, because you have so many colons. You don't need break here. That's already a default. Okay. Let doesn't make any sense here. Oh yeah, it does, because you're changing it here. Sometimes I can just use var, but whatever, it's fine too. Okay. That's good. You're mapping this. Okay. And that's fine, I guess. Let's just try and save this. Let's get rid of that break because it's kind of bothering me. Where's that? This one right here. Get rid of that. And let's use that in... Since I am too lazy, I'm just gonna use that in our index. Where's my template index? No, I don't have that. Let's create a new section. Let's call it game. And we'll just use here an asset like, yeah, it should be game.js. And we'll use the asset URL, and we'll use the script tag. Save that. Let's go to index. We have that, and I'm just gonna create a new section. We'll call it game section, and we'll refer to that section that we created called game, and we'll just put it here, game section. From Karim Guneg, welcome, hello, welcome to stream, good to see you here. How you doing? If this is your first time, as always, feel free to say hi, introduce yourself, what are you guys doing? And yeah, I'd love to get to know you. It would be great. But right now, if you're confused what I'm doing, I'm basically just helping Bleach fix his code because we're so bad. No, I'm writing worse. Let's go back here. So there should be now 2. Definitely getting an error. Yeah. So there's that problem. You're getting this error. Cannot read properties of null. Which line is it? Array for each. This one right here. So can you identify what is the problem? And besides, it's not even rendering anything yet. So it's all a problem with. Did you see it? Okay. Line 255. What's wrong with it? 55. No, we're talking about this line right here. I don't think you can see it, but it's this one Let me just close that. Where's that thing? Here, right? So there's a problem here. So this case doesn't really work. So you're building an object from event listeners, and for each of entry, before we make this, let's try to debug it. Let's see what you have here in the elements. So element name, and then callback. It's always good to see what it outputs. You know what? Let's just see the entry itself and see what's in that variable. So apparently you have choices, you have next question, and play again. So since you have choices, this one should work. This one goes through. And this choices for each choice element, you add an event listener. But why is it not working? Cannot read property of null set attribute. It's not here, so it's probably this one. Or wow. Hold on, let me just answer Amine. How long did it take you to learn French? Well, depends how you say how did I learn French. Because I can't really speak fluently French. I mean, I can, but not fluently. Parce que c'est difficile. Je ne peux pas parler très vite. I need to think. Like my next sentences or words before I can talk. But it works. All right. Thank you for the question, though. Appreciate it. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Let me see. Yo, weren't you getting glasses? I actually have an appointment already. It's on Wednesday. Today's Monday, right? Yeah, on Wednesday. So I will just have an appointment, but I'm not sure if I'll get a glasses by that time. Maybe the next day I'll have glasses. So yeah, that being said, where's my fake glasses? I should have my fake glasses here. Because some people say I look hot in it. Let's go. Am I attractive now? Let's do this. Let's go back in here. I'm sorry. Your English is perfect though. Thank you. That is such appreciated. That's great. Well, I've been speaking English since I was like a kid. And that kind of like having YouTube experience. I've been like doing YouTube since I was a kid. kind of helped me, speak fluently in English. And I think that's one of the things that you just keep going if you really want to learn a language, for example. Even it works as well. It applies to programming as well. If you want to learn program languages, just keep using it and you'll master it apparently, or eventually. Nerd. Yep. Handsome though, so I'll take that. Okay, let's go back here because this thing does not work. If this eventually works, then that means there's something going on here. There's that choices. Unless this is undefined. So this is not gonna work. So you need to check that. See? It's null. So how can you add an event listener to a thing, to an element that is null? So you need to check this. This is null. So this is not gonna work. Yeah, I'm not gonna help you with this. Learn your mistakes. Go through it and come back to me when it's done. I'm so mean, I'm sorry. But yeah, look at your code, and I would say utilize the console. Whenever I get problems, for example, my app is not working. Why is it not working? Look at, console. Read the errors. And you can even identify where is it by looking which line is it. You can click it here and oh, this is a problem. Why is it a problem? Why is it giving me cannot read properties of null? Because it is null. Why is it null? Then go straight back to where did you implement that, or where did you declare those variables or those values or things. Start from that, from identifying the root of the problem. You're welcome. Glad I could help at least. This handsome young man will help you through everything. Just name it. Except money, I can't do that. Okay, maybe check the TypeScript. It could be better. Unfortunately, I can't really test it because I'm gonna have to literally initiate an NPM project, and that will take time. So I don't think I can do that. You had OnlyFans though. Yeah, I mean, makes money, but not enough. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's go to the CSS layout thing that one of you guys mentioned in the Discord server. We can work on that. Let's close this. And let me just get rid of this game.js. Okay. So for example, we want to have different styles, or you know what, I'm gonna create a new section for our homepage, like an image bar with title on the right side and then you can use section schema to switch it up, make its layout on the left and the right. I'll show you what I mean, but we can work on that. I'm going to create a new section file. I hope the guy's still here so he can see what I'm doing. This is for, where is he? What's his name again? Robbie. So shout out to Robbie if you're still here. I would love if I can still... There you are. Yeah, you're still here. Okay, so we're gonna work on your request. Okay. We'll call this... Give me a name. This is where I need you guys. Say something funny. Ow, my back. It's good to stretch sometimes. Ah, fuck. Sorry, language. I don't think it's allowed on YouTube. I hope I don't get banned. What should we call this? Whatever. I'm not gonna wait. Image banner. Okay, let's do that. Fuck that liquid. F in the chat. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, Bleach, you donated. This just... Why is it always you donating? Come on, I want someone else to donate. Make a super chat. But no, but thank you, I appreciate that. You'll be making a lot of money. Yo, chat, we gotta hit 10 likes, chat. Hey, yo. How do I even, like, impersonate XQC? Yo, chat. No. Let's do setting schema. Let's call this... What does Pintoli mean? Pintoli. At this point, I'm just writing random things. Okay, so since we have... Before we start working on the schema, let's first... Yeah, also, I'm gonna need to open my Shopify dev documentation. And we're gonna work on themes. Yeah. Bleach super chatted. Thank you so much. That was so delayed. So bad. Developer tools. Architecture. Sections. Schema. Okay. So there's this preset thing that I want to use. Presets. Okay. We're gonna use that. So under the settings, let's create the presets. And then what are the things? Now, if you don't know what presets are, it's basically a way to, show this section scheme, this section in the theme editor. Because right now you just have a section, but you can't really add this to your pages using the section page or the theme editor. So with presets, you're allowed to do that. So you can give this a name. Let's give it a name, and we'll call it Pintoli. I don't know what that means. I hope it's not something offensive. Why am I even trusting you all? Now, for the settings, we'll give it a title. No, that is the settings is for this, so We're not gonna give it a setting, just presets. That's good. And we'll just give this a div. Hello. Save that. Let's go back to our browser. Where's my browser? Tuck, tuck, tuck. Here. Let's go back here. Refresh this just in case. Nah, I stole. What is that thing? Hold on. Something's going on with the chat. Let's make a hero with multiple grid. But why I don't see that on my chat? That's so weird. I think that's because of those things like characters, yeah. I think it's being filtered out by YouTube. Interesting. Let's make a hero with multiple grid. Yeah, that's what I was like thinking before. Yeah, you're right. Got auto-deleted because of that. That's fine. So let's try to click the add section. By doing so, we should see here the Pintoli. Right? It's so interesting that I still have these apps. Because remember in the previous stream we created an app where we can like create accordion, right? Let's see if that still works. It does still works. That's interesting. Because I thought it's gonna only work when you deploy the app and it's like on public, but looks like it's still being attached to the Shopify online store, which is cool. I like that. Anyway, let's just proceed to add our section, Pintoli. We should have here the hello. Let's put that at the top. So we should have here the Pintoli. Great, let's save. Let's go back here, refresh. We should have the hello. And now let's look for Tailwind CSS hero section. Let's look for something interesting. This is what we used before. Let's use something else. Kind of like this. You know, you can use section settings to change the location of the image from left to right. Yeah, let's try this. Where'd they go? It's this one, right? Yeah, I think it's this one. HTML. Okay, let's copy that. Let's go back to VS Code, paste it here, and you want to change this back to div. The reason why, and that's because by default it's going to use section. If you guys don't know that, unless they change it. Oh, it's using div, but I believe you can change it by using a tag. What is it again? Yeah, the tag. You can change it to section. If you save that, if you go back here, now we should use section. You can see it here, but it's too small. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Oh, you can. See? Now it's section. So you can change this to whatever you want using this tag. What are the options? You can use article, you can use aside, div, footer, header, section. Well, let's use section, okay? Great. Now we can just customize the style. I don't want to be dark. I don't want it to be using any dark class, so let's just get rid of that. Save it. And I don't want it to be using background gray, so I believe just close that like so. I don't want it to have a background. Let's get rid of that. And let's change the text. Let's open the hero section. Let's just copy the text color here. Do we have text color? Text gray 900, okay. Text gray 900. I apologize. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just cleaning up the style of this section before we start working on the section schema, and I hope that is okay. What else? So we have this button here with no background. Perhaps we can just make its background white. So BG white, and the text we'll set it to 900, and the border, it's fine. Let's make it lighter, at least 100. Okay, that's much better. But now let's change the color of the button. Should be green instead of purple. Looks like we have a guest. Okay. No, there's no text green for 100. Maybe we can just copy this color here. Where is it again? Oh, okay. I think I don't know where it is. It should be here. Because we are using a setting like HTML with a type HTML. That way we can use all of this here. So we can just copy the gradient from green to purple. Let's copy that. Pintoli is a surname. I think it's not a bad thing. It's fine. So we'll just put it here. Maybe that'll work. I don't think that's what I want. How did we do it? Let's copy this. And let's go back here. I apologize for that. If you guys can hear any laughter, please ignore it. That's my roommate. Okay. Let me just unscape those double quotes. And let's copy that. Get rid of this. Put this here. Am I going too quick? I hope you guys can follow along. It's basically not a big deal. I'm just making sure that there is a consistency with like the style of everything. Oh, that's much better now. Bro has female interaction. Nope. I wish. Nah, I'm not interested. And besides, it's kind of difficult to like interact with French girls. I'm not interested. All right, I think we're good now with our style. So I can just close this now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna change the style of this based on a setting, like a drop-down setting. So for example, right now this is the default layout, right? Maybe we can have a layout where the text is under or on the side, on the left side, or on the right side. So we can do that with schema settings. So let's go back here and let's create one. Let's set its type. Stop calling me. I'll talk to you later. It should be I shouldn't have said that. I'll be in trouble if I select. It should be select. You know what? I should stop talking. Let's set the ID to, this is going to be the layout select. So let's just call it layout. And for its label, we'll call it layout, obviously. And for the default value, no, we'll just leave it for now to options because we need, like, for example, how do we create all of this? Maybe this is going to be an object. I'm not sure. So let's open our documentation just in case. Settings. Open the settings and scroll down. We should have here select. This one right here. So a setting of type select outputs different selector fields depending on certain criteria in addition to the standard attributes. So this can't be an object, or is it an object? Do I have an example? Or it is an object. So you need to provide a label and a value. So let's just make this into an object, and we need to add a label, and we'll call it default. Shoot. And we'll also give this a value which is going to be set to default, and we'll create another option with a label. For example, what do we want to do with that? What do we want to do with this hero section? What kind of change do we want? Am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. Because I remember I thought there's supposed to be an image. Did I copy a wrong? I think I did copy the wrong preview. It's supposed to be this one. Ugh. So dumb. It's supposed to be this. Yikes. Anyway, I guess I can just make a separate, because all we need is just an image, and we can use a grid with columns. No, I can use flex. Yep, that was my bad. It's not supposed to be like that, but we good. This is going to be the column for that text and buttons. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna create a new div with a class flex. I'm not gonna use grid because it's too, unnecessary. I just want to make this into a row, and I'll give this a gap of y5 and a justify content between, yeah, sure, and we'll just put it here. And next up, we'll create a div here, and this is going to be for the image, and we're going to refer to an asset, and this image is called hero, or we can create a setting for this image. That's what we're gonna do. So let's create a new setting. I think that'll be much better. Are you following along, Robbie? Can you understand like what I'm trying to do here? So what we want to do first is just to create a simple setting for the image. That way merchants can like just upload an image instead of like referring to an asset inside of our assets folder. So what we want to do is just replace this with section dot settings dot, and then we'll call this setting hero underscore image. And obviously, since there's an image, we'll use image URL with a width of, no, let's just leave it into a maximum or original size. So it should be using the master or the smallest, depends. We'll figure it out later. For now, let's continue here. We'll set the type to image picker. We'll set the ID to hero underscore image, and the label to image. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's go and delete this for now so we can save this. I'll save this. Let's go back to our theme editor. And now we have the pin tool here. We still don't have any setting, but let's try to refresh this. Now we should have a new setting. Right. So now we have the image where we can upload image, and now we have the layout with the default like option. Okay. But now let's try to add another option. And for example, its label could be left, image left, and then the value is set to image left, and then another option that's going to be for the image right. I'll try to explain why I'll call it this way, but maybe you can understand why I'm calling it like this. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. The value image right. Okay. So now we have three options: default, image left, image right. Let's try to reload it and see what happens. So here we have default, we have image left, image right. Okay. So whenever we make changes to this layout, it should change the layout of this hero section. But we still don't have an image. Since we don't have an image, it's always a good idea to add a placeholder, like what we did here to the first hero section. So let's do that. Let's add a hero section or an image, a placeholder. So we'll check. Let's create an if, and the condition is going to be if the section that settings dot hero underscore image is set, then we are going to move this inside of that if. Otherwise, if there's no image uploaded, then we'll use a placeholder. So it's an object with, let's just use the hero as a reference. So we're using the lifestyle one. As always, if you don't know placeholder SVG tag filter, you can always refer to the settings or documentation. I apologize. And you can just always type here placeholder underscore SVG tag. And you will have here options of those placeholders. So we have product one, all this. Okay. Let's use the lifestyle number 2. Go back here. Let's type lifestyle -2. And the filter is going to be placeholder SVG tag. And I believe you also need to provide a class. You can add class. Let's copy that. Colon, paste it like so. So we're using relative, set the width to full, set the height to auto, give it a padding. Okay, I think it's good. So let's save it. Let's go back to our online store. So now we have here that placeholder image. Great. And if we add an image, if we upload something, this will be replaced. But let's just fix it, because it doesn't look good. First is the heading title. Maybe let's make it smaller. Or is it too big for the small size? Doesn't make any sense. Let's just make it XL. Or maybe 2XL. Oh, for the first time I received something from Twitch. From Danny Tacky, hello. Welcome to our Twitch stream. Welcome, that's great. But it's not gonna be showing on the stream itself, on the chat. But I can still read your chat, which is great. I bought your Shopify Udemy course, working through it. Thank you so much for taking them and for taking the time to watch every lesson. I hope you're enjoying every seconds of it. I know it's been can be challenging sometimes to watch courses, but I hope you're enjoying them. Okay, so welcome to the stream. If you are confused what we're doing, basically we're just working on one of the requests of our viewers. His name is Robbie, shout out to him. And we're building this hero section where a merchant can change the layout of the hero section. The placeholder or the image can go from left to right, from the default setting, etc. We're not done yet, so you'll see how it works. But before that, I want to make sure that the image and this is the same size. So maybe I can add a class here with the width of 1/2. That way they will have the same height or width. I'll do the same thing here. Maximum width is 3XL. I don't need that. I'll get rid of all of this. I'll just change the width to 1/2. That way they're the same width. Great. But what happens now? What can we do now? We can start working on changing its layout. Perfect. Scroll down and look at our settings. We have the default value. We have the image left and image right. Okay. So we can always do the condition here. Like for example, if, I mean, there's many ways to do it. Since we are using like flex here, we can always use a condition like if section.settings dot layout is set to, for example, image right, then we can use a class called reverse. I believe there's something like that in Tailwind. You can always refer to the documentation, and for example, direction order. No, that's not it. I believe there's like a reverse thing, right? Justify self, start. No, that's not it. Place content. Maybe it's not here. Because I remember there's a way to like inverse it. That's filter. Yeah, it's flex direction. Yeah, you can use flex call or flex row reverse. So it's going to be like 3, 2, 1 instead of 1, 2, 3. And you can basically do the same thing here. So now we can use flex row reversed or without D. And now if we go back here, now the image is on the other side, right? So you can always do that. It's one of the things that you like. You need to think instead of like, because obviously some people will do something like this. Like for example, they'll make an if section dot settings dot layout is equal to what is the image left. What they're gonna do is they're just gonna copy this, put this here. Right now it's supposed to be image right. If it's like that, they'll display that. Otherwise, they'll make another div, they'll duplicate that, but what they're gonna do is they'll move the image at the top. They'll do it like this. And let's just get rid of the flex row reverse. You know where I'm going with this? Right, so it's back to that. Let's go back here. Let's reload. So that's the default, but if I go to image right, it goes here. If I go image left, it goes here. Right? So that's how you can also do it, but it doesn't make sense to duplicate this like that. That's why I did the flex row reverse, and then you can just simplify it instead of duplicating this object or this HTML elements. So we can just get rid of that condition, And here, basically, you can just create an if tag. And the condition is if section.settings dot layout is equal to image left, then you'll put here flex row reverse. This class right here will only be used when the section.settings.layout is equal to image left. So you don't need to duplicate this anymore. It makes it more cleaner. Let's do that. Let's try. Let's reload this. So it's back to this layout. Just reload this. That can happen. So this is the default. If I go to the image right, it shouldn't do anything because it's on the right side. If I go to the left, it goes to the left. See, it works the same. Like, you don't need to duplicate this. You can change its layout just by learning your CSS, right? Okay, let me just read a Twitch chat. Do you ever use a component library, or do you prefer to use just Tailwind classes and build from scratch? But yeah, that's a good question. I prefer to just use Tailwind. I learn from it more. But like I said, it's always a preference. If you want to use a library where everything is just made for you, that's fine too. But since I like learning things, then usually I'd prefer to do everything from scratch. Obviously, there are times where we're like, you know what? I'm just gonna copy things online and make some changes, and that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. How do you handle the JavaScript? I apologize, guys. I'm reading the Twitch chat. So now I have two chats I'm reading from YouTube and then from Twitch. How do you handle JavaScript interactivity on Shopify theme development, right? Well, I'm writing them myself. Right now, we're still not working with JavaScript side of Shopify theme development. That is because we're still early, but at some point you will need to use JavaScript, especially if you work with the product template. Right now, we still don't use it. But yeah, there are components that you will need to use JavaScript, like, for example, the navigational bar. You can use JavaScript there. For example, you have a search bar on your navigational bar. Yeah, like that. Mega menus. If you have drop downs with complicated stuff in there, you will need JavaScript there. And you will need to write them manually. And just in a separate asset file. Right, you will have your own. Yeah, we have here. But we never really used it because at some point we were like, you know what? Let's use CSS instead of writing JavaScript to control our drop-down menus. And now, honestly, we don't need this anymore. So we can just get rid of this. And I believe we are not referring to that file at all. Or we are, so we can get rid of this. Let's delete that. And let's hope that it's still working. Otherwise, it's gonna be so embarrassing if I delete that and it's no longer working. It's still working. See? And we don't need JavaScript. Let me just reload just in case. Great. Okay. That's cool that it is only achieved using CSS. Yeah. Obviously, of course, there are so many components that you can do with just CSS without relying so much on relying with JavaScript. I always say that. Like, it's always a good practice to prioritize CSS first before going to JavaScript. But hold on, I think I'm a mistake. I have a mistake. I shouldn't have deleted that. Yeah. I knew it. I shouldn't have deleted this because this is not for the drop down. This is for the mobile menu. No, this is not gonna work. Well, that was embarrassing. Yeah, I should not have deleted this. Good thing I didn't push it. So let's bring it back. Put this back here. Okay. Sorry, I apologize. That was so bad. Now it should work. Okay, but thank you for bringing that up. I think that helps. Now we can just go back here and try the image. Let's upload something. Let's use an image. Sample this soap right here that maybe Shrek is using. There you go, now we have that image. Perfect. Save that. Let's go back here. Okay, great. And we can even like move it at the bottom. Just like that. And now maybe let's just give this a gap so it doesn't have to touch each other all the time. Let's go back to this and give this a margin Y of 10. And we'll do the same thing for that hero section. We have a padding top 24. You just give this a margin Y of 10. And like I said, you don't need to do this. Let's put it back to div. This one too. Because we can use a tag here and set it to section. All right, let's reload, save. Okay, let me just reload. Perfect. Now there's a gap. Put it down. Save. Let's go back here, reload. Perfect. So yeah, that's one of the things that we have done today. Pretty exciting. I hope that makes sense now. But as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask it. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for like 2 hours now. So we still have, I'll stream for like an hour, another hour. So if you have requests or if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me, because yeah, this is a good opportunity to connect with me and ask questions, because I can be very busy sometimes. And it's a good opportunity to do that now. Okay, let's go back to my other stuff. What the hell was that? I hope I'm not doing anything wrong here. What do you think about Shopify Plus? I want to add B2B features. Or, well, personally, I haven't used any Shopify Plus account, so I can't really say anything about that. to my website, but the price point is quite expensive, and I was thinking like a Spark layer would be better. No, I don't have any words towards it. I don't have any experience with Shopify Plus. If only Shopify can sponsor me, that would be great. No, I'm sorry. I can't really say much about it. But yeah, I agree. It's an expensive one. That's why I don't. How might we go about setting 2 columns only if an image is added? Setting 2 columns only. 2 columns. Oh, okay. So you want to, like, if there's no image, then it should be just like this, right? Well, it's always a matter of, like, how would you already described it. So for example, right now we have this. If you don't want this to be displayed when there's no image, how should you do it? The condition is already there. Like if there is no image, this should not be displayed. So let's try to convert that into a code. If this thing doesn't have any value, then we should not display it. So what can we do? Let's not display it then. Let's not put any placeholder. Get rid of that. Oh no, I'm editing the hero section. No, that's not this one. It's this one. So if there's no hero image, let's not put an else. Hold on, it's syncing. No, it's gonna display because there's an image. But let's go back here. And let's customize the Pintoli and let's get rid of it. Right, let's save. Okay, so there's seems to be a bug here. It's still displaying a column here. So let's debug that. What is happening? So looks like there's still this div here. That's because of this. So to fix that, you just need to put this inside. Just like that. Okay. And now it's just one column. There's going to be another column if you add an image. There's just one here. If we select an image, there's gonna be 2 columns. So it's always just a matter of like, your question already answers you already have the answer to your question just by asking. It's always like, if I don't add this, then I should just, not display it. Does that make sense? I'm so just distracted by. Anyway. So yeah, but you get my point, right? If you have a hero image, just display it. You don't need to add like an else to display something else, if that's what you want. But if you want to add like a placeholder, you can also add that by adding an else. as long as you have knowledge of CSS and Liquid, it's very, very easy to create this, to solve these issues. Because you already have them in your hands, like the solutions. If I can say that rightly. Yo, why chat so dead? I know, because you are not saying anything, Bleach. Start talking. But I'm also receiving chat from Discord, which is good. So yeah, that is great. So if you have another question, Robbie, don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna continue to other components. Because I remember last time we were working on the customer templates. So maybe we can continue that if you don't have anything else. From Danny Techie on Twitch, have you ever done hydrogen build or only liquid? I mean, we do have a playlist of videos on YouTube related to like hydrogen. But if you're talking about if I have built an online store using hydrogen, not yet. I started a project, but I didn't finish it. It's always the case like that. Always starting a project and never finish it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to like also do something else beside Shopify theme development. That would be great. Like hydrogen, I'd like to, build like a headless online store on stream. That'll be funny too. Did you like it? What's the advantage really? I mean, it's really nice because it's using a new framework. I never really used Remix before, but ever since they announced it, I started like learning it. So I would say that's one of the advantage of it as well, like Remix. What would you charge for something like this? Like money-wise? Like how much would I charge if a client asked me to build a headless online store using hydrogen? That's a good question. It depends on how big that project is. It's so difficult to price something if you don't know the context. But on average, I would charge them for like $25 an hour. That's average. But it can go higher depending on the project, depending on the time. If they can like let me work on it for a couple of months, then the rate would probably go down. But if it's like a rush project, like, oh, you just have like a month to finish that, then I would charge higher. Okay, on YouTube from Robbie, how many monitors are you using, Bernard? I'm using one monitor, external monitor, and one monitor from my laptop. I want to add a new one for the chat or for other, like for my OBS. So I can use another monitor to browse the internet, But right now I just have two monitors in total. How many monitors are you using? I mean, typically we use two monitors most of the time. But since you're like, for streamers, it's not the same. You definitely need to have more. Browse the internet while programming. No, it's not just that. The reason why I want to have another monitor, and that is because, now that we are streaming, I want to have my OBS on my other monitor, and my main monitor would have other things. Like maybe I could prepare a script of what I'm gonna talk about, because I don't want to use my other laptop on the right side because my space is quite limited. I don't know, but it's not something that I'm prioritizing right now. I can still manage to work and stream with just two monitors, so it doesn't really matter right now. But yeah, good question. I used three monitors, one with IDE, one with YouTube tutorials, and one with web searches. Wow, that is very productive. Now, how do you even set it up? Like, is it like one is horizontally? Is it like horizontally aligned? But imagine like if you vertically align those monitors, your neck would be like this. But I'm also super ADD. Oh, that makes sense. But yeah, in the past I had like three monitors. I believe you will see it on my old videos. My old videos I have like three monitors in total, which is crazy. It depends. Your CPU should support triple monitors. No, not just CPU, but also your GPU. I believe my laptop can use three monitors, because you have like also USB-C, when you can have a USB hub with HDMI on it, and you also have the HDMI attached to the motherboard. So that's like one, two, three monitors in total. Laptop on stand, then two monitors next to each other on desk. Yeah, that's tough. All right, good talk, guys. Let me just open my Discord. Maybe I'm missing something there. Maybe someone chatted. Because there's someone who posted something on the Shopify app development channel, but I don't think he's online, so we'll skip that. Cheap monitors. I mean, sometimes you can just use whatever, especially if you're not doing harsh work. But as someone who like makes videos, or do this kind of stuff, streaming, it's necessary to have as much as possible higher quality monitors, like higher resolution, so everyone can enjoy what they're seeing. But yeah, I'm still not utilizing it properly, so next time I'll try my best to higher up the resolution so you guys can see. But it's bearable, right? You can still see the text, what I'm doing here. It should work, honestly. Yeah, those kind of things. It's important for content creators to have those kind of quality monitors. If I have an option, I would just buy the cheapest one, but we can't. How are you guys doing next? Is there anything that we need to cover? From Danny from Twitch. When you build a new Shopify store, do you start from Dawn theme or premium theme? For clients? I mean, it's been a while since I worked with clients, to be honest. Usually, when I worked with clients, they already have their own online store, which is not really, that doesn't really answer your question. But when I build a new online store, I just leave it with Dawn. It doesn't have to be using any premium theme whatsoever. Or do you have your own scaffold theme? I do have my own scaffold theme, but I rarely use it. The Dawn theme is great in some cases because it's already built for you. But for beginners, it can be difficult. So I have like 2 Shopify themes. Not 2, but like the Dawn, if I need to make minor changes or, you know, create new components. And 2, if I need to literally create everything from scratch, I'll use my scaffold theme. Which is, speaking of, I don't have anymore because I lost my laptop. Until now, it's still a problem. Yes, I'm using Dawn to learn, but it's crazy with all the different CSS files. Exactly. I apologize for that. I didn't even realize my finger was doing that. Do not screenshot it. That's like out of context. Yeah, I was saying, if you want to learn Shopify theme development, using Dawn is, you're basically killing yourself. It's not something a new or a beginner should use. Because, for example, the most difficult page is the product page, the product template. It's using a lot of JavaScript. So if you're new, you can't really understand what's going on in there because, for example, there's variants, there's like the option components there, the drop-down components, and those things requires JavaScript. Whenever you make changes to the variants, then it changes the price and it's all JavaScript. So yes, if you're new or a beginner in Shopify theme development, yeah, Dawn is literally gonna kill you. I wanted to migrate my e-commerce store from WooCommerce to Shopify, but it's quite a lot I'm learning to learn how to do everything from scratch, thinking of working with developer to recreate site. Do you have any advice on this too? Well, since you're using WooCommerce, then obviously it's using WordPress themes, right? Well, first thing you should do is to back up your database, obviously, and migrate your like the orders, customers, data. Basically, just back up the database first. And then there's a way to import those data to Shopify, because most of the time when you export those data, it's in the what is the file name again? What is the file extension of that whenever you export data? It's like an Excel file or something. And then you can just import that. Yeah, CSV, that's it. Yeah, usually you can just export it as CSV file and import it to Shopify. That works. But obviously there are things that you can't just migrate to Shopify. Like designs, the theme itself, that's impossible. So just minor data, you'll be able to migrate that to Shopify. Your products, you can migrate that pretty easy. So yeah, if you're migrating from WooCommerce to Shopify, and you're not really worried about using a different theme or design, then you can just use Dawn. But it also depends on what kind of product you're selling. What are you selling? Are you selling, like, for example, online courses? That's pretty tricky on Shopify. Chemicals. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can use Dawn. You can just make changes to its color schemes, the design itself. If you're not really worried about the design, then it shouldn't be that difficult. You can just practice with a development store and just practice your way around Shopify. Make sure that you know the product pages, the settings itself. It's very important. They should know that. Setting up your checkout, your payment methods. Because yeah, it's different with WooCommerce. I mean, I'm using WooCommerce as well for WeeklyHow. So yeah, with WooCommerce it's pretty straightforward. You just need to install a WordPress plugin, right? And you'll be able to make the checkout. But with Shopify, they already have connections with payment methods. They have their Shopify checkout. You can work with Stripe. You can even what else? What else you can use with Shopify? PayPal. I think one of the problems with WooCommerce is the checkout. I'm hearing a lot of bad reviews about those the checkout of WordPress, because sometimes, most of the time it's giving them errors. On my experience, no, I haven't had any experience or bad experience with WordPress or WooCommerce. So far it's good. So yeah, that's exactly why I want to switch, because of the checkout issues. I was using which checkout are you using? PayPal is really problematic with WordPress, WooCommerce. Oh, Stripe. I'm also using Stripe. I don't have any issues with it. Or maybe I have and I don't. I'm not even checking. We have some customers saying their payment hangs. That's bizarre. Let me just go back to YouTube. Marcel, welcome back. Hey, how are you doing? It's good to see you here. Once again, obviously. So welcome back from Atlantico 2, welcome. Good to see you. Hello. If this is your first time joining our stream, don't hesitate to say hi and introduce yourself. I'd like to know more about you. Stripe is the way to go. Stripe can be pretty problematic too. WordPress can easily be hacked. That is debatable, but I guess I could agree. It's pretty easy to hack, but there's also solutions to prevent your WordPress site to, from being hacked. I'm fine. What I missed. So basically today what we did a couple of things. Bleach shared a code. He built like a quiz app that didn't work. So he was working on that. And then later on we worked on, I can't breathe. We worked on a section, this section right here. Let me just show, where you can change the layout from making the image to the right and to the left. And if you don't have an image, if you just remove this, it will just display this. This is what we did, if you missed that. Okay, from Twitch, I think it's a JavaScript issue or something, too difficult to debug. Honestly, I've never really looked into the plugins. I never bother like looking at them. So maybe you can just, hold on. Yeah, I was saying, I've never really looked into the codes of like the plugins, WordPress plugins. Not as much as Shopify. With Shopify, I always look at the code of plugins. Not plugins, but like themes, sorry. From Robbie, I've built multiple WordPress sites, always use Stripe. Haven't had, exactly. I never had any issues with like Stripe. Like maybe look into those. If you're getting issues with Stripe, maybe there's a reason why. Maybe you're getting a lot of orders. If that's the case, then it's probably your server. It's always good to look at your resources, the resources of your website. Do you use the same Stripe account for each website? That's not a good practice. Looks nice, thank you. Yeah, we worked on that. I dedicated that component for Robbie because he mentioned that on he or she, I'm not sure. Let's not talk about that. Robbie mentioned that he wants to do this feature. He, him, his. Okay, thank you. It's not a good practice to assume someone's gender. It's so scary now, right? It's like, we're not gonna go to that topic. Let's not go to that topic. You have a service. I was thinking they are yours. Also, Stripe enables you to do demo mode so you can test payment processing before deployment. Yeah, that's one of the amazing things about Stripe. Like before you can even start receiving payments, you can just test it yourself. Like it's just for developers, playground. You can use test cards 4242424242. It's ironic because right now my project is that where I work. I'm working on this like web applications, and my current project is to make a paywall, and I'm using Stripe, and I'm learning a lot. To checkout, yes, that's what I was using before for WeeklyHow, but it is so buggy. I had problems with that. To checkout, I had traumas with that because like their checkout process is like so buggy, but also they are charging a lot. They're cutting so much money on the payment itself, but I'm not sure anymore. Maybe they have changed, I don't know. Hashtag developer problems. Yes. Okay, great. So yo, to the new ones, welcome to the stream. If you have any requests or any questions, as always, don't hesitate to share them. I'm so happy to see you guys again. The ones who just recently joined, welcome. Yes, you are right. Stripe is always the king. I mean, they've been in the industry for so long, and they're like the most common payment method. Can you work on filters on collection page? Sure, we can do that. But I was working with we were working on the customer template before. But before we do that, let's just deploy this. That way we can start on another project. Let me just fix added margins to the hero.liquid. Commit, and this one will push it as complete, and we'll call it hero or image banner section with schema settings to change layout. Commit. Now we can push it. Okay. And password. Okay. Great. So now we have pushed all those changes. As always, you can check out the GitHub repository. It's in the description below. Feel free to look at it. If you guys are interested, you can clone it, do whatever. If you want to add something, feel free to do that. Oh, good topic. All right, so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to work on the collection. Is that what you're saying? Collection page. So it should be, let me just close that. Let's close everything, to be honest. It's this one, right? So template collection, and you just type here hello world. That's usually how we start it. And then let's go to the theme editor and open the collections, and we should have hello world. Great. So what I want to do first is to open here collections or collection. Page not found, sorry. Let's go back to the admin, products, collections, automated collection. Let's open this. Okay. So should be this. I don't even know why I'm doing that. Should display the right page. Okay. So now that we have the hello world, we can start working on this. Div. Let's go back to the themes and the architecture, the templates, and should be the collection, right? So we're talking about the filters, which is this part here, correct? So maybe we can use here an example. So there's 3 sections: the filtering, sorting, and pagination. Also that pagination as well, we haven't done that yet. Okay, so this is where you're gonna need JavaScript. Okay. Let's look at an example first. Let's open this here. This is the done. Let's just use this as an example or just as a reference. Whenever you work on your Shopify themes, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad practice to look at examples or references just so at least you have an idea what you're gonna do. So since we're working on a main collection or template collection, you should refer to the main collection, but it looks like there's like multiple sections for that. We have the banner and then the product grid. I assume the banner is for the filter and then the product grid is for the product grid. So let's look at the banner first. Okay. I think this is pretty straightforward. It's displaying the title. It's checking if the settings show collection description is set, or if there's a value, then display this div. If show collection image is checked, so it's like a checkbox, that's correct. Let me just zoom in. This is more like the banner, like this thing right here. I can't really highlight it, but we're talking about this underneath of that banner. So I guess we don't need this. Let's go straight to the main collection product grid. This is what we want. Oh wow, okay, so it's using now a component. Let me just try and understand this. Okay, let's start from the top. Since this is a collection, we want to display the products of a collection, right? That's the whole point of the collection template. So let's start with the paginate. Let's get rid of that. start with this, and that's already good. We want to paginate the collection.products by an amount. So for now, let's set it to 10. And then we'll loop through for each product in the collection.products. We'll render the product. This is also where you can start creating your card. So for example, you can use here a snippet, right? You can render a snippet file here, and that's going to be your product card. But for now, let's look up something online. That's what we're gonna do. And we'll just call this product card. And let's look up things online. For example, this. Just want to get something simple. It doesn't have to be too complicated. For example, like that should work as well, but maybe we can find something else. Yeah, this one should work. I like it. It's gone. Looks like it's not available anymore. Let's go back up. Maybe this one will work. It's fine. It's gone as well. Where are this UI? To be fair, I can just manually create this, but I'd like to use a reference all the time. Maybe this thing could work. We can just make customization. Okay, I can use this. Show code. Okay, let's copy everything. Let's go back to VS Code, paste it here. Or you know what? I'm going to create a snippet and we'll call it product card.liquid. We'll paste everything here. And what we want to do is just to clean things up first. Get rid of this, don't need that. And okay, for now, let's just leave it as is. We'll work on the title, the image later. But I'm going to separate this an icon. I'm going to create a new file and we'll call it icon star.liquid. Put it here. Save. Go back here. And now I can just get rid of this. And what I want to do is to create a for. And for each star, how do you make for again? I think you can do something like this, like 1, 5, right? You can do I, and then I can just use like render, and then type here the icon star. I think it works like that, though I don't remember. So let's just use a reference. Tags iteration 4. Hold on, should be like an example here. Or it should be parentheses, not bracket. Parentheses, like so. So for each iteration from 1 to 5, we'll render the the icon star. So at least that's much cleaner. Okay. This one, we don't need this, so we'll get rid of that. Let's save it. And now we can go back to the template collection. And here, what we're gonna do is just to render that snippet file. So we'll use the render tag and refer to the product card. Let's try and save that and go back to our browser. Let's try it. And now we have all this. Okay. Now we can start just customizing this, because right now we're not really using like flex or grid for all those cards. So let's just do that. Flex. Let's refer to Tailwind. Maybe we can use grid now, to be fair. Where's my grid? Something like this. Okay. Div grid, and then we'll set its grid call to 4, and let's give it a gap of 3 or 4, and we will move that paginate inside. That way the product snippet will be, you know, layout. We'll be using a layout like a, I don't even know why I'm explaining this. Basically, we want it to look like this, like it's being placed on a column form, right? Because right now it's just like this. Because, okay, now I don't know why I'm trying to explain that. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, now it's like that. Perfect. Now it looks much better. This was funny. Great, now we can just start working and changing the product image, the title, and the price. All we need to do is just to pass here the product. I'll just put here the product. And now we can use this variable here. So what do we want to do? First of all, the href, maybe we can change this node to, we'll do the same thing for this href too. We'll use the object product, and we want to use the URL. So product.url, it's good. And next up, the image as well. We'll change this. And now, but to be fair, we can already use the image filter itself. So we'll just use here the product dot featured image, and then the filter image like URL. Hold on, let me just use a reference as always. Let's go back to filters and media. It should be the image tag. So you want to use first the image URL, give it a width and image tag. Okay. Image width. Let's give it a width of 512. And then next is the image tag. So image tag. Did I type it correctly? Yeah. That should be good now. Let's save that. Reload our online store. And now we should have our image. Pretty easy. Next, the title. Get rid of this, and now we will just use the product, the title. That's already good enough. And we have this add to cart button. Obviously, I mean, you have two options. Either when you press this button, you either redirect them to the product page, or you literally add the product to the cart. There is a route to do that. And I believe it's called routes.cartAddURL. This one right here. But the problem with this is this only works in the product page. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work on the collection. Let's try it. Why do I have Apple Watch series here? Get rid of that. Let's put it like so. Okay. Perfect. Let's also give this a margin. Not like that. Let's go back to the template collection. Margin Y of 10. That way it has some space. Okay. That is perfect. We're done with that. Let's try to add this to our cart. This is not gonna work because if you take a look at the bottom left of the screen, it's pretty small, I know. You can't really read it, but it says just cart add. This is not gonna work. See? Because it's looking for the items parameter. So the only way to make this work is to use JavaScript. Or perhaps there's a way, maybe we can look it up here. Like for example, maybe we can search add to cart. That's custom storefronts. That's hydrogen. Because this is what we have. Just the cart update, or no, cart add URL. So it's just using the API endpoint. But this is not really gonna work. It needs an item parameter inside of a form. Talking about that. So it's not gonna work that way. So the only way to make this work is to use JavaScript, and like for this button, we need to attach an event listener. And in that event listener, you have like a form, you create a form with parameters like item, and you attach the ID of this product to that item parameter. Does that make sense? Well, maybe we can just continue this next time, because it's very, very complicated, to be honest. And I've been streaming for like 3 hours, and I think that ends it. That should end this. But it's good that we already have at least the products. We can always continue this. Oh, hold on. The price. Forget about that. For the review, this thing right here, you can always just leave it like that for now. But I want to change the price here. We should be using the product dot the price. Product dot price, and then we need to use the filter money with currency. There you go. Let's make it smaller. I think it's too big. Let's make it XL. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so I have someone on Twitch from Hey Trey Live. What language do you recommend to learn before getting into Shopify or Liquid? I recently bought your course but was a little confused from the start. So if you want to work with Liquid, obviously you need to learn HTML. It's pretty ironic whenever I said that. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. At least like the basic of JavaScript, like the fundamentals. You know, making loops, making variables, class, object-oriented programming, those kind of things. I just like understand how programming works. Okay, perfect. That's what I'm learning right now anyway. Fantastic. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you so much for the question. It's great. Okay. So I still have a few minutes. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to like literally finish this because it's a long way and it's already like 3 hours. So I'm not going to continue this. I'll work on this next time. I'll be back. Don't worry. This is not the end of stream. All right, nice connecting with everyone today. Hopefully I'll see you on the next stream. Thank you, WeeklyHow, for an informative and entertaining stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this stream this time. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean the last stream, but I also had fun last time. But this time is special because we have so many people, new people, and I really enjoyed talking with everyone, especially from Twitch. Now that I'm getting people from Twitch as well, it's great. Same time on YouTube. It's great. So yeah, we'll be continuing this next time. As always, don't hesitate to, you know, talk on on our Discord server. I'll be there as well. And let's keep connecting. If you have questions, feel free to ask them. If you have problems, let me know. If it's money problem, don't rely on me. I don't have that. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for joining. It's been great. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm not entirely sure if I can do stream tomorrow because I also have need to prepare something for like, because yeah, I'll be getting glasses on Wednesday and I need to also, you know, do some errands, and I also need to work on my other project because I'm working on my internship report. I need to put some time into it too. Yeah, I get so many responsibilities to take care of, so I apologize if sometimes I wouldn't be able to be, you know, stream, but I'm trying to give time all the time. Maybe one day. Yeah, I mean, it will be such a pleasure to, you know, stream and then do a charity stream. And for every donation you guys give, it will be sent to a charity. I'd love that. But I'm not in that stage yet. But regardless, I'm having fun with what we're doing right now. It's fun. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys, I wouldn't say on Friday, but you know what? I'll try to stream on Wednesday after my my eye checkup. I'll try, but no promises. I'll always make announcement anyway. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys next time. I don't think Bleach is here anyway. I don't think he's listening, so yeah. I'll talk to you guys on Discord. Alright? Thank you so much, Eric. Have a good one. And to Robbie, thank you so much for participating. Thank you for the request and questions. Shout out to the rest of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, obviously. Yeah, hit that notification so you won't miss my next upload. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Also, yeah, shout out to the Twitch people. Twitch people. Shout out to everyone from Twitch. I appreciate them as well. Alright, I'll see you guys. Bye bye. Love you all. Be kind to one another. And have fun learning programming or Shopify. Baboosh!